The next problem statement is to find factorial of a given number using non-void function with parameters. Non-void function with parameters. So whenever we say non-void, other than void we can use any data type. So here I am using the data type as int, and this data type should also be int. So the data types of function prototype and the function definition, the values what you are passing to the factorial, that is function call, should also be same. So here this is. Now let me give the value of number, enter the number. So here we have read the number, and in order to print this, I can also print this result now back in the main function itself. Let me initialize these identifiers over here, that is in the global declaration section, or if I am not interested in global declaration section, or directly I can initialize in the user defined section. Now here the value of num, so instead of taking p, so I will take this as num. The factorial of num is f. But what we need to do over here, the very important statement we need to write here as return f. Return f. Only then this value will be returned back to the function. So this is how we are going to execute the non-void function with parameters. Here the very important thing you need to remember is whenever you are passing the value of num to the factorial function, so here in the function call, or this is called calling function call or calling function. So here you need to give the data type, the value which it takes should be of integer type, because in the prototype and in the definition you have initialized as integer. Now let me execute this code and check whether I am going to get the correct result or not. So enter the value of number. So let me enter the value of number as 6. The factorial of 6 is 720. So which means whatever the code whichever I have written, the logic is working fine, and it is also following the rule of non-void function with parameters. So as it is a non-void function and with parameters, so here also non-void function with parameters. So this is how we are going to execute the non-void function with parameters. Now let me change some of the return type here. So let me give the return type as float, and here also let me give the return type as double. Now let me change this and check whether I am going to get the output or not. So you can see here conflicting types for factorial. Which means the function declaration we have declared as integer, and in the definition we are using float. Okay, so previous declaration of factorial was here, and it is giving some error stating that the return type of the function name should be same whenever you are using for function prototype as well as the function definition. So this is how we can identify the difference between the prototype and definition with their proper return types.